Welcome back to Dummy Boy Finance. I'm Dummy Boy and we're going to get straight into our explosive penny stock watch list. So the first stock we're looking at here is Humble on the daily time frame. Markets are still open. We still have a couple more minutes left in the market session. And today with Humble, we had an absolutely perfect day. This is exactly what we wanted to see with the price action. We rebounded from our lows here at around 65 cents. And now we are back up and into our channel. So I have updated this little triangle. We have concluded this short-term one. We did conclude with our price action above. Now what we want to see with Humble is a break of this level of resistance. This is our second level of resistance. So you can see we've had price action here that didn't stay here for too long. So this is going to be a pesky level of resistance. Once we break past this line, that is when our uptrend will officially start. Obviously, we could still break down from this point, and at the end of the day, this is going to be the resistance that we need to break to start the next pattern. And so today confirmed for me that Humble is going to be here for the long term. This isn't a company that is going to zero. This is not a company that's going to bankrupt. This is not a company that people are going to give up on. So today's price action showed me that I wanted to see us claw out of that 75 cents range, and that's what we did today. So today on Humble showed that this stock is strong. This stock is poised for its next run up. And looking at our technicals, we are out of our first triangle, and now we are waiting to see if we can break our second level of resistance. I'm just going to add in our SMAs very quickly just to see what we're looking at. So yeah, all of our SMAs are still near this level of resistance. So we are coiling up right now on Humble. This is not what you want to see when you are getting into a stock. You don't want to see your SMAs all over the place. Usually you want them to be tight. You want them to be together, and that is when you know they are ready for a move either up or down. And considering that we have been going down and below all of our SMAs, I think there's only one way left for this stock to go, and you should be buying at these levels. So great day overall today for Humble investors. The stock will not be at these prices for too long. Next stock of the day, we're looking at IGEN on the daily time frame. So IGEN had a false breakout this past week. It had a very nice setup. The accumulation you can see has been extraordinary. Our price action has been diverging this entire time, so I did expect us to have a strong run here. However, we did collapse. We did have a false breakout. We came up here and then we could not get it done. So we actually closed today right on our level of support. So this is the last level of support. So this area right here that we got here in 2020, this was a overreaction. You could see the price action was just a falling knife, and this was the bottom. I don't see price action getting back into the triple zeros with the stock, not if the accumulation is this good. And so at these levels, this is great buying opportunities to get into IGEN. Like if we look at today, our accumulation went up again today. So now our accumulation is near all-time highs again, and our price action is near all-time lows. So that divergence is absolutely beautiful. This horizontal line, pay no attention to this. This is actually my cumulative average cost on my overall IGEN position. So you guys know I am down on this one quite significantly actually at this price, but I already know at this level I'm still going to be all right. I just know that at these levels, if you have opportunity and powder to buy in, you should be buying in. It's clear as day. We have resistance up here. We have support out here. So I wanted to get rid of all those other lines and make this as basic as possible, so it does look very nice right now. And so if we add in our SMAs to this one, we can see that we are below all of our SMAs. Our green line looks like it's going to cross down our 20. So the best thing we want to see is our 20-day SMA start to curl up and start to make its way, crushing through all these levels of resistance. You can see our 200-day SMA was the biggest pest for a level of resistance for us right here. And so even as our accumulation continues to increase, our price action does not. So be patient with this one. This is one where I can't tell you when it's going to blow, but when it does, it's going to be quick, it's going to be fast, and it's going to be absolutely explosive. So be ready here, be patient for IGEN. Next stock of the day, we're looking at WDLF. So WDLF has actually been trading picturesque. We were in a downwards pennant, and then we broke out of this pennant, and then we tested this key level of resistance that actually dates all the way back to about 2019. So this has been a strong level of support and resistance for this stock, and the fact that we actually had a clear rejection at this point says that this is going to be a tough battle here for WDLF. We are not in an uptrend yet. If we broke past this level on this If we broke past this level of resistance, back tested, then we would officially be on an uptrend. But because we got rejected, this was not a buy signal. So those people who made their money down here, congratulations to y'all. But most people who are bag holding up here are still down, like myself. Terrible distribution. We had people selling on this rip. Tough day overall today as well, down 20%. So this was a clear level that we are going to have trouble with. Adding in our SMAs, we are actually getting our back test of our 50 SMAs. So if this holds strong for us, this could be a nice setup where we eventually break past this level of resistance and initiate our uptrend. And so don't expect massive price moves until we get past this level of resistance. Overall with this one, we're still holding our 50, so I'm very excited to see how this goes. The volume on our green days has been very nice. So the stock again is a long-term hold. No real concerns with this one for myself. Next stock of the day, we're looking at FERN on the daily time frame. This stock was actually on our explosive penny stock watch list when I started this segment. I was tracking the stock back here. You could go back to my older videos and you guys can see that I was talking about FERN when it was in 000 land, and now we're up at a 1. And so I did get this off my watch list because I didn't see any sort of updates on any of their business models on sites. And so I didn't like the fact that I wasn't getting any news out of this company. And of course, that was the company that absolutely exploded. You can see how crazy this run has been since this point. This might have been my best gainer ever if I decided to hold my position, but I did not. And so it was very tough to see. But if you are watching this stock is in very great health. Our MACD has a very nice crossover. Distribution is something I don't like, but the price action looks very nice. It looks like it's on a very strong uptrend. So just be mindful that this is near the end of this stock's uptrend, and I do expect it to have a cool off area for a couple months at some point in time. And so be careful if you're getting in right now with a stock like FERN. I don't like when our SMAs are all parallel like this, especially if our price action is above all of them. There's a lot more risk than reward in these type of setups, but I just wanted to mention this one because FERN has been absolutely killing me and haunting my conscience because it's been going up, up, up ever since I stopped covering it. Next stock of the day, we're looking at SEGI on the daily time frame. So SEGI actually had a very great day today. We closed on our level of support. So this is clearly the level that you should be loading at. This is support right here at a penny 14. If you can buy this stock here, you are absolutely laughing. If you are able to buy even in these ranges, you are laughing. Look at our accumulation on the stock. Nobody is selling. So considering that our accumulation was so low down here and our price action is now equivalent, should tell you that this divergence is only going to be temporary. SEGI is going to have its rebound, and so it's a matter of if you decided to average down and load up in these zones if you're going to make money. One thing I want to mention is that scared money don't make no money. So if you get into a play like SEGI at the top, you're always going to get an opportunity to average down your position. The question is, are you going to want to average down your position? So for example, you're in SEGI right here at 10 cents. You buy at 10 cents and now you've just been waiting and waiting and waiting. Your price is still at 10 cents. You have an opportunity at this price to bring down your cost, maybe slash it in half, 3/4. And then on the next run up, not only now do you have more shares, it's at a lower price, so you are expected to make a return. However, if you think SEGI is not going to be the one and you don't want to average down and you hold out with this 10 cents position and then eventually gets back up to 10 cents, you aren't going to make as much money. So when you look at the setup here, average down your positions. Don't buy a new position if you have a position down already. That's the one thing that I can always reiterate. If you have positions that are down, your priority should be to average down those positions, not open up new ones. I believe that reinvestment, that averaging down is where the real wealth is made. You get a larger chunk of shares at a lower cost, so your risk comes lower and the reward gets bigger. So if you get a good play and you continue to average down, it usually does play out. With SEGA, I do recommend that. Next stock of the day, we're looking at ALYI on the daily time frame. So ALYI looks like we will probably get a test of support here at around a penny 3/4. So from here, it's still a far ways out. However, I could see it happening. This was our last level right here on our uptrend, and so now we are looking at horizontal support, and I do think horizontal support will probably come around this penny and a half range. So with ALYI, we are just still patiently waiting and watching. New stock on our watch list, FTEG. So this was a speculative stock pick for myself. Extremely cheap, 0003. crazy accumulation on this one, and we are also sitting on support. So I didn't see this as too much of a risky investment. If I bought up here, yes, I'd be sweating a little bit more, but considering we are on support and now we are back to pre-pandemic levels, lets me know that I am willing to take a risk with this one. I really love the accumulation. I love how our MACD has been going up, but our price action has been going down. So this is that divergence that I strive for. And so I am not trying to hit this out of the park with FTEG. I have laid out this pattern right here. And so I do expect us to eventually get a back test of 0006. If this gets broken, we will see 0008, and so that would be a double up from the points right now. And so when I look at FTEG, this is a trading opportunity for myself. I don't have a time frame on when I expect this to boom, but I do have these levels of resistance that I do believe are going to pay out handsomely if I just wait. Another new stock that is very similar to FTEG, one of those speculative plays just based off the technicals, CBD Life Sciences. So you could see here accumulation is better than FTEG. Our MACD has also been going up. However, our price action has fallen off a cliff. If we look at our volume here, look at all the green that we've seen here. So this is sneaky accumulation right here. Even when we saw this selling right here, it was on extremely low volume. So when I'm looking at CBDL and I'm seeing all this green and I'm seeing the price action go down and I'm seeing all this accumulation, it's letting me know that it's going to happen at some point in time. I can't time that point, but it does look like we are finishing half of a U, and anytime you can see a U on a pattern, that is obviously the best time to get in, especially if you're getting it at the bottom of the parabola. And so when I'm looking at CBDL, again, this is another speculative pick, very cheap, lots of upside in my opinion. I have this level of resistance right here, which is at 001, and so at 0003, this is a very large upside that is a couple 100% higher than what you would get for FTEG. So CBD Life Sciences is a stock that I swapped out with another one of our stocks on our watch list. Again, I want to show you guys the most up-to-date plays that have the opportunity in the short term. I'm tired of looking at stocks that go down for so long, and I know you guys probably get tired of looking those at well. If you hold some of the ones that I've disregarded, I do apologize. It's just I see better potential in other plays, and I want people to capitalize on opportunities. And so CBDL, another speculative play with great accumulation, great divergence. Take a look if you are interested, but I've done no real due diligence on this one, just off of a chart, very speculative play. Next stock of the day, we're looking at EEENF. So EEENF up today, and it's clearly in an uptrend. So anytime you can buy this bad boy on support, looks like a great time to buy. Accumulation continues to steadily rise with this one. And so when I'm looking at EEENF, it's looking pretty nice right now. It's been in a very nice uptrend, and I expect it to continue to do so till the beginning of next year. And then at this point, we may have a large move to the upside, or we may fall off a cliff. But until then, it does look clear that we are trading in this channel right now. And so it's clear to buy support, sell resistance, but that is obviously my strategy. It doesn't need to be yours. And so with 88 energy, I think the easy money has been made on this one. I feel like now it's just simply buy support, sell resistance, and see how much money you can really milk out of this play. Next stock of the day, we're looking at RDGL. So RDGL just continues to trade within this triangle. It's absolutely picturesque. And so right now I have two extra lines. So this extra level of resistance and this extra level of support, just so you guys have the ranges that we want to be looking in. So if you can buy RDGL in this little gap, it should be a buy regardless where you think this price is going to go. This should be a buy. And then this level, this top level of resistance is going to be that main level of resistance. Once we break past this, RDGL is going to officially break to the upside. However, with this setup, if we break down, then obviously we are going to go down. But when we're looking at RDGL, what we want to see is first our price action break past this level of resistance, back test, and then we want to see great volume get up and over this level of resistance. If that happens, that is going to mean RDGL is a buy, and so that range would be coming up at around 11-12 cents. So you could still wait this one out if you want to confirm and try to play this as a trade, but I feel like at these prices, this will eventually get a run up before IDE submission, and so FDA approval as well, with all of the good things that these guys have going on. And a lot of the people that back them are highly credited individuals, and so with RDGL, great breakout opportunity, just be patient with this one because it is coiling up to be a beast. Next stock of the day, we're looking at ACDC on the daily time frame. So ACDC is continuing its breakout. People expect a breakout to mean that you're going to get 100% the next day. That's not necessarily what a breakout is. A breakout has components to each move that composes of a breakout. So when you have a breakout, you know that a previous pattern has to come to a close. And so this pattern has officially come to a close. We have broken into the upside. And then the second part of the breakout is once you actually break it out, you want to see a back test. And so here we are today with our back test on support now. And when we see the volume on the green day, it was way more than what it was on a down day. So again, that is great news for a breakout. And so if you ended up getting into ACDC last week when I made the notification, you should be excited for this stock for the next couple weeks because I think this one is going to have a very nice ride. And I'm also excited to see where this one can top out in the next run. So if you guys ended up getting this one, congrats. ACDC ain't going nowhere. This ain't breaking to the downside. This is going to have a nice little run and I'm excited. Last but not least, we're looking at SNDL on the daily time frame. Has the worst distribution of all them stocks. However, this one has momentum, and so even though the distribution is there, that is basically telling me that I want no long position in the stock. I will only be playing the stock as a get in, get out play. It's going to be a quick trading opportunity. And when I'm looking at the chart right now, it looks like the time was a couple days ago. It was a key level of support right here at around 70 cents. And at that point should have been the buy zone for SNDL. However, we are still just very bad on our distribution. So even with this one going up a little bit and double bottoming at these levels, I still am not comfortable buying until I see the price action get above our 50 SMA. And so this is actually getting very juicy. This is extremely juicy. The fact that all of our SMAs are coiled up in this same area is actually getting me very excited. So once we break past these, get into SNDL because I think this one is going to have a monstrous run in the short term on any sort of catalyst that we see in the short term in the cannabis industry. And so I wanted to make a quick little video on our explosive penny stock watch list. We have new stocks that are added and we have very nice setups on some other stocks. And if you guys want in real life alerts, buy signals and sell signals, then click the link in my description. It'll take you to my Patreon and that is where I give my first alerts. Usually what happens is during market sessions, I will give the alert and then with the YouTube video, it comes out after markets. And so the key is you want to get in before the market closes on certain plays because once you get it at that price, you're going to be set. Worst thing is when you find a stock, it goes up and then the next day you want to buy it, but it's already gapped up. And so to avoid all of that, click my link for my Patreon and get the picks before everybody else does. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like. We are on the road to 10K subs, so if you made it to this point, feel free to hit that subscription button. This is Dummy Boy Finance. I'm Dummy Boy, and I'll see you guys in the next one.